What's going on, guys? Linus here. Welcome back, finally, to Dark Souls 3. This is the Champion Gundyr video. It's going to be a little bit short, but I'm sure you guys will forgive me, because I actually put a little bit of effort into this one. So this is the actual battle. I put together a nice little death montage for you guys. That was my first death at the hands of Gundyr. He's not a very nice man, very aggressive. He actually grabbed me. I didn't think that would happen to me, but it certainly did. Also, there's no audio of the game for a pretty easy reason. It wasn't just in-game audio, but it was also audio for my webcam microphone, which is very, very bad. Did not want that in the video, so I figured, you know what? I'm actually gonna pick up this piece of classical music, which apparently is royalty-free. So that's in the background now, so enjoy that. It's classy. If you listen to this, your day is probably going to be better. But here we go. We're already up to 4, and I haven't even been focusing on the video that much. But there's some pretty good deaths coming up. There's not too many, I promise. But there's one specific one that I really like. So this was death number 5. I was actually pretty close to taking him out. And at this point, I was starting to get into it. I never summoned anyone, but it annoyed me. Look at that. Look at the hitbox. That wasn't even close to my body. He hit me on the foot, according to the game, but I did not agree. Okay, that one was kind of fair, but still. Anyway, coming up, we got my favorite death. And this one actually deserves to have all of it shown. So from this point onward, there will be no more cuts. Because I don't like those. They're very, very distracting. So this is the run that I picked up when I went back to the boss. I figured, you know what, I can actually run past every enemy and I can just ignore him, and everything is fine. Look at that stupid idiot. Actually, he got me pretty good there. Doesn't matter, I felt like, you know, I can just heal up. I don't need all my potions to take out the boss. I'll be okay. But basically, this run towards the boss, everything, and I mean everything, went wrong. I had this whole routine of ignoring the first enemy, not getting hit by him, hitting this guy, right, and then just dropping past him. But I immediately got hit by a bolt, then I got stuck, right? And I was like, okay, that's the end of it, but no, I made it down, and I made it a little bit too far down. That one doesn't get a ding, as you noticed. But anyway, that was the last and final death. Spoiler alert, only 7, I think it's still pretty good, only 5 of those to the boss. What we're looking at right here is the actual final encounter with Champion Gundyr. So, I didn't want to summon anybody, I wanted to actually beat him on my own because this boss felt a little bit more simple than previous bosses. It's just one guy, he kind of jumps around and stuff, but there's no second enemy, there's no bullshit projectiles flying around. It's just you and this guy in an arena, and I knew that, you know, eventually I would be able to beat him. So basically it took about 5 tries after I stopped recording. All in all, this was about a little bit of, I don't know, like half an hour of recording that I cut down into a whole lot less, which is definitely infinitely better. And here we go, into the arena. So I didn't get any hits. That's sort of the routine that I worked on to get to this guy, and it really helped me speed up the process of getting to him. So the first phase is actually incredibly easy, is what I noticed. Basically, you gotta bait him into jumping towards you, which you will see him do. And he's always open to at least 1 hit. You want to roll away after that hit because he's got this kick that he does behind him, which can actually really nail you if you're not careful. So what you want to do is just hit him when he jumps, and then you roll away. Easy stuff. Pretty simple, right? So if you're trying to, you know, figure out how to beat the boss, that's how to do it. At least the first phase. Incredibly easy stuff. Just don't get close to him, wait until he jumps, and then you get a free hit in. Super easy stuff. When he gets to about, I want to say 60% to a half of his HP, he will go into his second phase where he's angrier and he's a lot faster. So he's going to try to actually stay close to you at all times. He's not going to really do his jump that much anymore. So you can't really cheese this boss if you just abuse that strategy. It was pretty good, but sadly, it's not going to save you until the end. And there we go, that's the second phase. His eyes go red, he's super pissed, like, what the hell, man? I keep jumping at this guy and he just keeps slashing at me. You know, he's got a point. That felt pretty dirty. And it, you know, took me, like I said, it took me a couple tries to figure out how this guy moves. but eventually you figure it out. It's like a dance, and you just keep your eyes locked on him to figure out what he's gonna do next. Some moves are really easy to dodge, some not so much. His hitbox is like all over the place where, you know, like you saw earlier where he hit my foot. He actually hits you with some moves when he should not be. So you want to be careful. I felt that these stabs, especially, were very, very easy to dodge. So he's going to do 2 horizontal stabs in a row. Just dodge out of the way of both of them. That's a free hit. If he slams into the ground, that's a possible 3rd hit, actually. This was actually the hardest move that he has, where he runs at you, having a spear or a halberd in front of him. So he sort of tries to impale you, and then he follows it up with this giant overhead crazy swing, which will hit you no matter where you are. It doesn't matter if you are in a different area, if you live in a different country, he will hit you with that because it's insane. So basically, I really have no advice for dealing with that. I always try to block the charge move because that way you can easily dodge the other move. I say easily, but it's really not. This is a pretty tough boss, I have to say. He's clearly a lot more difficult than the actual first Gundyr that you fight. He's a real meanie. He kicks you in the face. He has all sorts of dirty moves. Like, he actually has some moves as well where he throws rocks. I don't think he actually used it in this part, but not a very nice guy at all. He must have been sleeping really well if he gets this angry when somebody wakes him up. So here we go. We're getting him. We're whittling him down. He actually whittled me down pretty hard as well. But I figured that when you're on the ground, he always does that jump. He tries to impale you, and it's extremely easy to dodge from. So I just waited until I could dodge, and basically that worked out in my favor pretty much every time. So you just dodge out of the way, and you quickly heal, and you're good to go. He actually manages to get me still very, very close to death. It was a very, very close battle, but we all know who emerged the victor. I thought it was going to be one more hit to finish him off, so I figured I'd just heal and be safe. Turns out, actually, that it was not one more hit, but you'll see that in a second. I was really trying to play it as safe as I could here. Boom. Look at that little bit. And I figured, you know what, I'm gonna finish this guy off in the dirtiest way that I can think of, which is to switch to a throw knife, and boom. That is the end of the champion, Gundyr. Anyway, that is my experience with this battle. In the next part, we're going to actually explore the area beyond here and check out what else is there to see. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later. Stay classy. Listen to that music. That's good stuff. Alright, thank you guys.